Hey yo, it's the CE show, man. This is episode 3. Man, we really been getting to work, man. We got a lot of stuff that we had to put under the bed as far as episodes that we created. We've created about 8 episodes already. Put 2 out. Those are a whole bunch of lost files that we're building. I got my co-host Drew in the building. Talk to me.
What's good, y'all? I'm Drew Evans, co-host of the Differential Podcast. Let's go, man.
Man, and what we're going to talk about today, man, is just trying to just give you a little push through transition, man. Life is always about transition. You transition to the next job, transition to the next destination, especially with the weather out here. But at the end of the day, the day got to end.
Let's get to it.
We're going to start with Christmas, right? This is the Christmas episode as far as what's going on. I'm going to kind of give you a little quick story about how Santa Claus got ruined for me, right? Santa Claus got ruined for me when I was 13. I was asleep in my bed, and my dad came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, I need you to help bring these Christmas presents in." And I said, "Santa Claus, ain't that Santa Claus's job?" He said, "Nah, man, you're the oldest. I need you to help come in and bring these presents in for your little brother." So instantly, Santa Claus shattered. My dreams got shattered right there, and I watched my little brothers while they were asleep. And they still believe in Santa Claus. And when kids still believe in Santa Claus to this day, I let them do their thing because that's where you can still be a kid. But now where I'm at now is just about the holiday of giving, you know what I'm saying? Understanding and really thinking about what would make somebody's day, make somebody's week. You don't even got to spend a lot of money doing it. So enough for me. Drew has a lot of Christmas memories that he wants to chime in on. Go ahead.
Yeah, like building off what Chris just said, I thought Santa Claus was real till I was 16. Not a lot of people get that side, but really another Christmas story was when we were younger, probably around that same time. I was a big Halo fan. I really am. Still a big Halo fan. The Master Chief Xbox exclusive. Really big Halo fan. And like at the time, Halo Reach, I was big on Halo Reach. You know, like I didn't ask for, so leading up to Christmas, I knew I wanted a Halo Reach figure, but I didn't put it on my Christmas list. For some reason, I kept forgetting to put it on my Christmas list. And I'm like, right? Like, dang, like I really want this. Like I want this bad. And I remember Chris told me, like, man, you just look up for Santa and tell him. So I'm guessing this is probably before or after that. No, you probably just telling me that. Whatever. But Chris was like, yeah, just ask Santa. He gonna get it for you. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that, bro. It's too late. I started crying. I was tears in my eyes telling him that Santa Claus not gonna get it for me. I ran out of time to put it on my Christmas list. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there crying, bro. Bro, dang, I really wanted this freaking Noble 6 action figure. Like, I wanted it so bad. I'm like, all right, man, Chris, man, I'm finna go to Chris and Derek, man, I'm finna go to sleep. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, man. Whatever. I'm excited for Christmas, though. Go to sleep, wake up, go downstairs, start tearing, it's Christmas. Everybody's excited. Spirits are high. We're tearing up gifts. So when I get to a little box, I'm like, oh, this box it don't look like it's too big to be a Hot Wheels box. But it's a box. So then I go tear it open. Yo, it was the gift. I remember I was like ecstatic. Like I started screaming and stuff. I don't know if I was screaming for real, but like, oh man, like everything was going so fast. I got the Halo figure. You feel me? And like, it was just surreal. Like I didn't even put on my Christmas list and they got it for me. That's good ball. That's good ball. That's good ball. So yeah, I mean that's a really, really great Christmas memory I have, especially like the guy I am now, the person I am now. It's really like a lot of that came from that. You feel me? 'Cause I'm a huge Halo guy. Don't know if y'all catch my streams on Twitch, but I play Halo a lot. So yeah, you, Chris,
for sure, soft cut. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, going back, going towards the end of the year, we're ending up 2025, man. It's been a great 2025, man. Just the ups and the downs, the weather, the craziness going on. But this is just a couple nuggets for everybody that's in transition, from athletes to entrepreneurs to everything like that. At the end of the day, close the book on whatever you closing the book on going into the year. Don't take any problems, bad habits, anything from 2025 into 2026, and make sure that Proper preparation prevents poor performance, man. Just remember that. If you got an umbrella and it's raining, you're not going to get wet. You know, if you're prepared for it, at the end of the day, it's going to make things shake. Now, with Drew being a college student, college guy, talk to the viewers about, as a college kid, you know what I'm saying, what you should be thinking about towards the end of the school year.
So something I would say for the college years and the young people going through, it's not even just college students, students in general. No matter what, you got to win the next one.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to win the next one. In football and life, what I was taught from my older brother, you know, and a really good friend of mine is you cannot just dwell on the past and what happened in the past. Like, bro, we got to look forward and look beyond to what's going on. Like, you're right. Like Chris was saying, close the book. You know, we can't worry about what's going on in the past, bro. The past is written. You know, only thing we can do is change the future. You know, only thing we do is perfect the future and get better in the future. You know, so why not just win the next one? You know,
Absolutely.
you're not gonna ace 100% every test, never. But know what you can do? You can study for the next test to make sure you get that 100% though. You feel me? It's not always gonna be perfect, bro, and that's what we have to understand. We're human beings. You know, we're never gonna be perfect. Imperfect beings. As we got put on the earth, it's literally in our DNA to be imperfect. Feel me? But something we can do is practice to be perfect. And that's my nugget for you guys. You know, my nugget's different from his because we have two different perspectives of life. Like we're gonna get into later, something that we provide on this show is perspective. What he sees is different from what I see. And how we go from there, it's just perspective. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just throughout the days of playing football and just understanding, especially being a running back, shout out to Jump Cut Running Back Academy. I had to throw that in there, man.
W plug.
Man, them boys getting that work in running back.
Shout out Coach Walker. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So wanted to shout that out. But being a running back, you got to understand that there's 10 other people blocking for you, right? So you got the offensive line, the center, the guards, the tackles. If it's a tight end, receiver, H-back, however you want to do it, it's in the box. At the end of the day, the running back's job is predicated on the offensive lineman's job. So if they don't block, they're going to come right through. If they do block, it's going to be perfect, right, at the end of the day. So going all the way back from high school, I always gave my linemen Little Debbie pies and different things like that just so that they can continue to go. You know what I'm saying? Continue to go because I'm predicated on their success.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, same thing with the linebackers. The defensive tackle can hold the double team. It can make the linebacker free, different things like that.
And that's how I make plays. You know, winning off the double teams. You know, in high school, I played with my senior year of high school, I played with two amazing, great, big time defensive tackles, Chris Green and Isaiah White. Big time. They're both all conference guys. And then just what they're amazing at was making my job easier, you know? And also often a lot of the times they didn't get the praise that they deserved because they're in there getting slammed like every game and they drove a double team every game, often every game. And I left one of them in a one-on-one, but they were that good and that made my job way much easier, you know? So I appreciate them. And that's just, you know, if you want to look good, they got to do good. You feel me? So that's just more football stuff.
For sure. I want to give a quick glimpse into what 2026 has as far as talking about linemen. CE Stars will be doing our first Trench Lineman Challenge team that we do. Teams of 12. If you kind of look at the rules, it's 15-minute games, 5-on-5, right? DN versus the tackle. They'll go best of 3. Whoever wins the rep gets the point. We go down all the way for 15 minutes. The linemen get to play pool play on Saturday. They get to play in the championship on Sunday just so they can get the 7-on-7 feel. But this is the first time we get to have linemen out there, so I'm really excited being a running back. Those guys don't get enough love. You know what I'm saying? You tell me, what do linemen do after football season that don't play sports? Just kind of you don't got to say any names.
What linemen do after football season is they lift or they work. You know, I often hear something in like workspaces and like on sports Twitter. If you want to succeed in the workspace, like if you're a manager and you want to succeed in the workspace, you hire offensive linemen. They work best with other people. Their job is dependent on other people, and other people depend on them to do their job. They're the best people to work with. And after just identifying and being in that space, absolutely. I took an econ class this semester, and I had this guy in there named Ryan Eldridge. You know, his nickname is Moose. You know, tall guy. You know, he's about 6'7".
Absolutely.
And something he always did was looked out for me. You know, he always, like, when I missed the homework, he always had my back. You know, he always told me what's up. You know, he always showed that love, and I depended on him. And he just got the job done. Consistent. He was the same man every day. Always got there at the same time every day. Wore the same hat. Probably shouldn't have said that. Every day. And I loved him for that, because he was unbelievably consistent. So offensive lineman, man, y'all got my heart. When I'm in a position of power one day, I'm gonna be hiring offensive linemen. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And offensive linemen kind of have the same thing as volleyball players. CE Stars has been doing volleyball for the last 5 seasons, and I believe there's no star on the volleyball court. That's one thing that I learned. But as far as that translates to offensive linemen as well. Like there's no star. You got to do the gritty work. They be diving on the floor. Everything like that. So. Those are great pieces in the puzzle building.
Yeah, and I feel like in that case, like it's definitely like there's not a star, but when somebody stands out, you can really tell.
Absolutely.
I don't know what they're called on the front blockers, but like a great blocker is gonna stand out if she's dominating, hitting everything, and a great guard's gonna stand out if he's winning his one-on-one with a tackle and he can pull and decapitate an edge.
Absolutely.
So that's like if you're right. There's rarely ever a star in those cases in offensive linemen and volleyball, but when they stick out, they stand out.
Absolutely.
And that's the beautiful thing about it. Not all, you don't have to stand out to be great. No, but when you do stand out, that's when you like, wow, like that's when you start getting the attention you deserve. You can kind of say the same thing about like women's basketball, like no stars, but Caitlin Clark these past 3 years, bro. Sorry, it's a bit of a tangent.
Yeah, if she can pull from the half court line. I think the biggest thing is to a lot of people want to compare it as much as they can to male sports, but that's kind of the beauty of it, with them all having the same kind of attributes and speed and stuff like that. But yeah, soft cut, fan mail, however you want to introduce that.
You want me to read all 4? Because you have 2 and I have 2.
We have each episode.
Okay.
So introduce the fan mail, explain how we're doing it, everything. Brand new.
3, 2. This segment is fan mail. We haven't done this on a CE show before. We have not done this on a CE show before, but we new to this. Let's get her done.
Absolutely.
Fan mail for Chris Evans. Chris, what stands out most is how you naturally compete. Whether it's boxing, pickleball, or NCAA 26, you bring the same focus and intensity. You don't fake energy or chase moments. You let preparation speak. That authenticity is why your streams feel genuine and why people respect your approach. Marcus Hill. Marcus Hill, I'd like to say something to you. I feel like it's way different sharing a house with him. Oh man. Wow. So we started boxing a while ago, probably in August, right? We started boxing in August, and recently we started going to a new gym, Crystal Morehouse. Yo, and we get in there and just I'm driving. Me and him are driving home from that one day, and we're driving home from the training one day, and he tells me like I don't want to have to bring that side out of me because bringing that side out of me was made me a lot of money. And then I thought about it. I said, whoa, what does he mean? Like, that really made me, whoa. Sorry if I'm taking the thunder. This is your fan mail. They wrote it towards you. But it made me, whoa, like, what does he mean by that? So that's something that sat on my mind for a few. So that really educated me on what kind of competitor my brother is. But please.
Absolutely. I mean, once you get paid a certain amount of money to kind of play football at a high level, and football equals to violence, right?
Yeah.
You got to say it, look at it like, right? That's shout out to Don Brown. He said, handle all your problems with aggression.
Oh my God.
Handle all your problems with aggression. You know what I'm saying? And if that comes down to violence on the field, right? Violence, if you got to set the edge, that's got to be a violent activity. You know what I'm saying? So once you get in between them lines, right? I kind of like to, you know what I mean, when I like play around with guys or different things. That's why I don't really play around like that, because even from sparring the concept, I feel like that if we're sparring, we're not in a game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like
we in this for real.
But boxing, you can get paid the same that you can get paid in football at the end of the day at the top levels. You see what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo and Bud Crawford, the opportunities that they had. So if you're not gonna compete, just move out of the way. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like my mentality for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna compete, it doesn't matter what we're doing. Like I said, I play NCAA, pickleball, different things like that. I believe in whatever you do, if you do it consistently, they can't beat you forever. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we have a free throw competition right now. It's 2 because I won today.
Whoa.
The 2 to 4. That's the record. Drew's up 4. I got 2. Best of 5 free throws wherever there's a basketball, whatever there's a court, any scenario, any situation. The first one was at Complex Con. You guys seen our first episode of when we was doing that. We might drop the video on our page just to kind of see us on remember the LED floor and all that stuff. That was the first time. You know, at the end of the day, we're gonna get it rolling.
Saying. So we also do something else, a mid-range competition.
Absolutely.
Excuse my language, but Chris whoops my ass in that. But the free throws, that's where I got him. So it's actually 5-1, and Chris beats me. I have 5-1 in free throws, and Chris has me 4-0 on mid range. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. He just got me beat in that facet. But free throws is where I get paid, you know. So yeah, he has me 4-0, but I feel like his 4-0 is more impressive than my 5-1 because I haven't won one yet. Thank you. That's just
for sure. And this is how we're gonna wrap this up. I want to give since this is our Christmas episode, I want to give a big shout out to CE Stars. We'll be launching our ugly sweaters. You guys should see the link here, link in the bio around here, wherever it is. But if you go buy an ugly sweater, the proceeds go to our scholarship fund and CE Stars to help athletes who are underprivileged get pro level resources through the opportunities we give. So if you go buy one, that money goes directly to them. Use it for your ugly sweater, Christmas parties, and different things like that. Support the kids, support the cause, man. I appreciate you guys. This has been Chris Evans with the CE Show, co-host Drew Evans.
It's been Drew, but do not forget to follow us on all of our social medias, _CE_show. And it's been Drew. That's all we have. Thank you.
Appreciate it.